Introduction. The rap game has always been fueled by competition, with rivalries pushing artists to sharpen their pens and prove their dominance. One of the most significant rivalries of the modern era is the ongoing tension between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. While the two artists were once collaborators and mutual admirers, their relationship has evolved into one of the most intriguing feuds in hip-hop history. This script explores the origins, key moments, diss tracks, and impact of their beef on hip-hop culture. Chapter 1. The early years. Mutual respect. Drake and Kendrick Lamar both emerged in the late 2000s and early 2010s, establishing themselves as two of the most formidable rappers of their generation. Drake, signed to Lil Wayne's Young Money, became the face of mainstream rap with his blend of singing and rapping. Kendrick Lamar, representing the West Coast and mentored by Dr. Dre, positioned himself as the lyrical savior of hip-hop. In 2011, Drake featured Kendrick on his Take Care album track, Buried Alive Interlude. The verse was a deeply introspective reflection on Kendrick's rise and the temptations of fame, showing mutual admiration between the two artists. Around this time, Kendrick also acknowledged Drake as one of the leaders of the new school of rap. Chapter 2. Control. The first shot. Fired. The first real shift in their relationship came in 2013 when Kendrick Lamar dropped his legendary verse on Big Sean's track, Control. In the song, Kendrick name-dropped several rappers, including Drake, J. Cole, and Meek Mill, and declared himself the King of New York, signaling that he was out for competition. Drake downplayed the verse publicly, calling it a moment in hip-hop, but also implying that Kendrick's words wouldn't hold weight in the long run. This response subtly indicated that there might be underlying friction between the two. Chapter 3. Subliminal disses and growing tension. Over the next few years, both artists exchanged subtle disses through their music. 1. On The Language, 2013, Drake seemed to take aim at Kendrick's Control verse, suggesting that his status was untouchable. 2. On Bet Cypher, 2013, Kendrick fired back with lines that many interpreted as addressing Drake's softer style. 3. On 6 p.m. in New York, 2015, Drake made remarks about artists who act friendly but talk behind his back. 4. On King Kunta, 2015, Kendrick made references to a rapper with a ghostwriter, a clear nod to accusations against Drake. Chapter 4. The Heart Part 4 and Duppy Freestyle. In 2017, Kendrick released The Heart Part 4, where he rapped about a fake humble rapper widely believed to be directed at Drake. While no names were mentioned, the internet quickly speculated that this was a shot at the Toronto star. Drake, however, was engaged in another beef with Pusha T at the time, leading him to drop Duppy Freestyle in 2018, a diss track aimed at Pusha but with some lines that could also apply to Kendrick. Chapter 5. Circling each other in the industry. Although their beef never reached the explosive heights of Drake versus Meek Mill or Drake versus Pusha T, there were constant reminders of their competitive nature. 1. Kendrick's Family Ties, 2021. With Baby Keem contained bars that many interpreted as being aimed at Drake. 2. Drake's Champagne Poetry, 2021, included veiled references to competitors who claim they are the best. 3. Rumors swirled about a direct diss track from Kendrick that never saw the light of day. Chapter 6. The cultural impact of their rivalry. Drake and Kendrick Lamar's beef represents a battle between two dominant forces in hip-hop, the commercially invincible and melodic Drake versus the critically acclaimed and lyrically driven Kendrick Lamar. Their subtle back and forth has led to some of the best lyrical performances of their careers and kept fans on edge for years. Many believe that their rivalry has elevated both artists, forcing them to remain at the top of their game. Though an all-out diss war has yet to materialize, hip-hop purists continue to hope for a direct clash in the form of classic diss tracks. Conclusion. The Drake vs. Kendrick Lamar saga remains one of the most captivating in modern rap history. Whether their rivalry will ever culminate in a full-scale battle or remain an undercurrent of subtle shots and competitive tension, it has undoubtedly shaped the landscape of hip-hop. As both artists continue their legacies, fans remain on the lookout for the next chapter in this high-stakes rap rivalry.